Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Tazz here, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got for you guys is another Star Wars The Last Jedi video. Now this video will contain major spoilers for The Last Jedi if you guys have not seen it already, so if you haven't seen it, I definitely suggest clicking off now and coming back once you have seen it. But if you have seen it, let's continue. Now another one of the major questions going into The Last Jedi was the question sort of surrounding Rey's parents and their identity, and sort of what that would mean for her character, and sort of what her parentage sort of means for her place within the Star Wars universe. And now this was a question that everybody thought, or for the most part, people thought we were going to get the answer to, and it seems like in episode 8, we may have gotten either a little hint or really all we're going to get sort of as an answer for this question. Now, at the end of that amazing scene that we had with Kylo and Rey teaming up within Snoke's throne room after killing Snoke, after we had that amazing scene, we had a really kind of a very intense moment between Kylo and Rey, where Kylo kind of revealed to Rey that she's sort of known all along that her parents were nobodies. And now, right when I heard this when I was watching the movie, I was kind of confused about this. I was like, wait, we've been speculating for 2 years on who her parents were just to be told that they were nobodies, and I sort of thought, well, maybe Kylo Ren is lying to her, maybe that's a possibility, but sort of the director has come out and said that in that moment, both Kylo Ren and Rey believed that that is the truth, that her parents were nobodies, that they were junk traders that sold her away for drinking money, like Kylo Ren said. So they both believe that in that moment, and there is a possibility that it could be correct, it could be true, but from a certain point of view. And what I mean by this certain point of view thing is that if you guys remember back to Return of the Jedi, where Luke was sort of confronting Obi-Wan's Force Ghost about sort of, you know, Darth Vader being his father and everything like that, and he was like, oh, you lied to me, and then Obi-Wan was like, well, from a certain point of view, what I told you was actually true, so maybe that is what's going on here with the reveal of Rey's parents. Meaning that maybe on the surface they were just junk traders that sold her away, but maybe there could be some sort of deeper meaning as to why they did this, and maybe their identity themselves could sort of give this a better meaning than just they were nobody. Because at the moment, that's what they both believe, is that they were nobody because, you know, we don't know them, and Kylo Ren obviously doesn't know them, and neither does Rey. But now, after having some time to sort of process this reveal, I think it's actually a pretty good way to go here. I do have a different sort of theory, or a couple of different theories as to how they could sort of change this up a little bit if they wanted to within episode 9, but from what we know right now, I think Rey's parents being nobodies, I think that that could actually be something good, because, you know, it can show that you don't have to be a Skywalker within the Star Wars universe to be a powerful Force user. You don't have to be related to another powerful Force user to, on your own, then become a powerful Force user yourself. And this is what I think was sort of the point of this reveal, was just, like I said, is to show that you don't have to come from a line of powerful Force users to then be a powerful Force user within the Star Wars universe, is just to sort of stray away a little bit from the, oh yeah, everybody's related type of thing, to sort of make it more like, yeah, it's a big galaxy, not everybody is a Skywalker, and sort of not everybody comes from powerful Force users to then become a powerful Force user, and I think Rey is sort of that first step into the sort of new way that they're going to be going about Star Wars movies, making them less related to the Skywalker lineage and more related to the galaxy as a whole. But if somehow this reveal does end up being some sort of a misdirect and it only being true from a certain point of view, I think that there are a couple of different ways that they can go with the parentage of Rey. Now, the first theory here is one that has obviously been around for quite a while, and that is that Rey is the granddaughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And now, even if she is related to Obi-Wan and she is a Kenobi, they can still make her parents nobodies. That can still stick, that can still be sort of the thing, okay, they were just junk traders and they're dead now, so it doesn't really matter. But if she is related to Obi-Wan, a lot of things that have happened will sort of still make a little bit more sense, because if you guys remember back to her Force vision back in The Force Awakens, the only person that actually spoke directly to her was Obi-Wan, and, you know, that was really the reason why I kind of latched onto this theory, was because of that piece of evidence alone. But, you know, I think that there definitely are quite a few different pieces of evidence that sort of point to her possibly being a Kenobi. I'm not going to really go into all of it now, but I just sort of want to bring this up to say maybe there is still a possibility to have her be a Kenobi, but her parents still be nobodies. And now the second and final theory here is that possibly, remember DJ that Rose and Finn ran into over in the Canto Bight section of the movie? I feel like there's a possibility that DJ could actually be Rey's father. And now the reason I say this is because, you know, the description really that Kylo Ren gave of Rey's parents, I feel like DJ kind of fits this description very well. Now, when Kylo Ren was talking to Rey about her parents, he said that they were nobodies and that they were junk traders that sold her off for drinking money and that they're dead on Jakku. Now, obviously DJ is not dead, and so, you know, you can sort of throw that out as just being maybe from a certain point of view he thought they were dead. We can kind of throw that out there. Maybe her mom's dead and maybe DJ is still alive, so, you know, from a certain point of view that is true. But the other three actually sort of make a lot of sense. DJ was a nobody. We didn't know who he was until this movie. Obviously, Rey doesn't know who he is. Obviously, Kylo Ren doesn't know who he is. And now, is he a junk trader? He's kind of like a smuggler, I guess you could say, kind of like Han Solo in a way. So I guess, yes, he could have been a junk trader at one point or another. And then now, selling Rey off for drinking money, that definitely seems like something that DJ would do, as he did end up selling Rose and Finn out to the First Order in the end of this movie, so, or not in the end of the movie, but sort of in the end of his storyline, so that definitely would not surprise me if DJ would sell his own daughter off for drinking money. But those are just a couple of little theories that I have as to what they could do if they wanted to say that there is more to sort of Rey's parents, or sort of more to the reveal of Rey's parents, and if they wanted to dive deeper into it in the future. But I'm thinking for the most part they're going to just stick with it and say, you know what, Rey's parents are dead, they were nobodies, don't worry about it, let's move on. So I want to know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Were you happy with the reveal, or do you think that there is something more to this reveal that will be sort of explored a little bit more later on down the line? I want to know your thoughts down in the comments below. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video.